I've been in recovery for years, but I was just, a chronic relapser. Everyone's recovery is different, and one thing that may work for somebody may not work for somebody else. But BACtrack has been absolutely transformative for me. My life when I was drinking, everything seemed just daunting. I was very much living moment to moment, constant cravings, or I was intoxicated. I was living a life that I didn't want. It was like I knew sobriety was there, but I just couldn't grab it, and I couldn't hold on to it. It's very difficult because you know that you're the one doing it to yourself. It's a constant, grappling match between who you want to be, who you know you can be, but yet there's a force that's pulling you in such a negative direction.
We weren't aware of any issues at first. It's very secretive. There's a lot of denial, I think, at the beginning. Things aren't really that bad, and you want to believe. You want to believe what you hear from your child. And there was a lot of lying, a lot of hidden things. Don't worry. Oh, it's nothing. Brushing it away.
I really isolated when I drank. I would drink in public washrooms. I would sneak it into the house. The main relationships that were affected by alcohol were the relationships with my family members.
It affected her relationship with each of us, all of us. Her siblings distanced themselves. What was a really close family unit who we did everything together. Suddenly, they just said, I can't deal with it right now, because you're not yourself. It changes your personality. And we all felt it very, very tricky to deal with this new version of her.
In my more, volatile behavior, my parents had, boundaries for themselves and for the home that I would continuously break and push through, to the point that they asked me, rightfully so, to find somewhere else to live. So I spent some time in shelters, spent time in sober living facilities, of which I would be kicked out of because of breaking the rules, breaking the boundary, and drinking.
A boundary is not a wall, but it's a figuring out of if you want to continue in a relationship in our house, this is what we need. And that took a long time. That took a long time to sort of figure out what we all needed as a family to function as a family. And so the boundary was, you have to be sober to come home. You can't have consumed alcohol to come home, because that's how we will function. We will all function best. So that was it, just one boundary.
And that's actually where BACtrack comes in. I think of it as the key to my house, really. When I test with BACtrack, I do it just minutes before I get home so that I can prove that I'm sober, and my family, predominantly my mom, would be able to just have that burden lifted for herself. She wouldn't be worried, has she been drinking? Is she hiding alcohol? They no longer have to check my bags. My mom says that she doesn't have to act like the alcohol police anymore. And it gives everybody including myself, just peace of mind, it really is like invaluable.
This little text feature and a 6-second video, the reading is there. It's such a weight off my shoulders. What BACtrack offers is simplicity. It's easy. It just has alleviated my role in policing her behavior. She does it herself, and she's motivated to do it, and it's been really successful, really successful.
So much of alcohol addiction is emotional. You're really making emotional choices and decisions. And BACtrack adds an element of just factual representation. There's no judgment. It just is what it is. And that is so liberating. Now that I have BACtrack View, it's a physical reminder that's always with me. It's always in my purse. It's just a little helpful tool. And it has transformed my recovery. It has ramped it up into a new gear. The sense of relief that I have, the sense of accomplishment, when I open the app and I see the calendar and all the green dates of my sobriety, I just feel so much more at peace and in control and accountable, just to see my life open up, really.
Since she's started with BACtrack and really focusing on her recovery, her relationship with her siblings has improved. I mean, we've watched them laugh and laugh and laugh like they used to. Everything is positive. She's more interested in her future. She's back. The bubbly, interesting personality is back in our house. It's amazing. She's back.
I remember thinking about BACtrack View as a little pillow that I can rest my head on at night and know I made it through the day. I'm safe and I'm okay. And it's really priceless. In my sobriety now, I feel like I've met myself again, sort of like a second chance to discover who you really are.